Hi friends, welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Laressa Ngoeun here, realtor with AXP Realty here in Drumheller, Alberta, Canada, aka, yes, you know it, dinosaur capital of the world. And in today's video, I am bringing you a requested video, and that's on how I create my YouTube thumbnails. So the program I use is Canva, and it's an online designing program that is very user-friendly, and I use it to create all of my social media content, all my thumbnails, and all my video elements. So let's get straight into it. So when you are on Canva, you'll be brought to the dashboard, and Canva makes it very easy for you. So let's just type in thumbnail, YouTube thumbnail, and you'll see it's the exact size you want, which is 1280 by 720 pixels. So let's just click that. Now there are a whole bunch of templates you can use, so feel free to use any of those, but I'm just going to show you exactly how I create my thumbnails from scratch. So let's click blank YouTube thumbnail. So there are two very important things that are involved in creating a very nice and clickable thumbnail. And that is, one, having your photo in there, and two, having text that is minimal, easily readable, and is relevant to your video. So for this thumbnail, I'm going to be creating it for a scheduled video I have coming up next week, and that's on the pros and cons of joining eXp Realty. So I like to build my thumbnail in layers, starting with the background. So for this, I want to use some sort of world picture because eXp Realty is a worldwide cloud-based brokerage, and I want that to be represented. So let's click on maybe this photo. You just want to drag it and then it'll just plop right in. I'm just going to just expand it so it fills up. Okay, so I want this to be black and white, so I want to go to edit image and scroll down and go to filters, see all, and just go to this one. And then I also want it to be just a little bit toned down, so I'm gonna go maybe 60, or maybe let's go 50. You can adjust it later on. Next, I want to put in my photos, so I just take my photos using the front-facing camera on my iPhone, and then I just airdrop that to my iMac. And then I just want to size it. And so what we want to do here is really the most important part. And I think you can only use this if you have the Canva Pro account. So I'm going to click on the background remover, and that's just going to do its Canva magic and get rid of the background automatically. And so with my picture, I like to make sure that I take up at least half of the thumbnail. So I'm just going to just size that up. And then next I want to create an outline. So let's go back to shadows. And you want to click this glow option. And I want my shadow to be white. So I'll just go into colors, click white. Now some people like to do a very distinct outline. So I'm just going to put transparency all the way up to 100, and I think I want to make this maybe, yeah, that looks good. And so if you want it to be a very distinct line, just have the blur to 0, but I like it to be feathered, so I'm going to just do that. Yeah, it looks good. So the reason why I put my photo in first is because it's going to dictate how big your text is and where it's going to be. So with the text, I like it to be on top of a rectangle so it's distinct from the background. So just go into your elements, click the rectangle. I'm just going to size it. Don't worry, we will fix all of this. So I want this to be in my colors. So for my real estate agent videos, I have them in blue. So I'm gonna, well, it's gonna have a teal color, but that's what I'm going for. That, and then I want one more rectangle, and I want this to be black, and that's just going to be there. Okay, right. And then let's see, now I want to add in XP. I'm just going to size it here. And then let's go to text, and let's just add a heading, and I want this to be in white, and then I want the text to be in Open Sans extra bold. So like I said in the beginning, for your text you want it to be minimal, but you also want it to be relevant to your video. So the text in your thumbnail doesn't have to be the actual title of your YouTube video. Pros and cons. So I want to make that capitalized. So I'm just going to size this so it fits in the black area. Okay, now that I have a rough idea of where the text is going, I'm going to select all these layers, and then I'm going to go up to position, and I'm going to shove it all the way to the back so my picture is right on top. That looks good. And I think I'm just going to make this rectangle just a bit smaller. So actually I want this text to be in this teal color, so I'm going to do that. Change that here, and I want it to be a little bit more distinguishable. So we're going to go up into effects, and then I'm going to click the shadow, and you can change the color, and I'm going to make it white, and I want the transparency to be all the way up. Okay, so that looks good. I can make it a little bit bigger. Oops. Okay, and if you want to toggle between the layers, you can just hit the tab button on your keyboard and you'll be able to toggle through the layers. Okay, that looks good. Now I want to give this blue a bit more dimension. Let's go into graph elements here. Yeah, we want elements, so I want this. Maybe, no, I want this one, and I want it to be white. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just expand that. Trust the process. And then I'm going to crop it. Oops. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to crop it so it fits in there, and then what I'm going to do is make it a little bit more transparent, and then I'm just going to push that back, forward to make sure that XP is on top. Okay, I like that. I think I'm just going to move myself a little bit over. Move this a little bit over, extend the black, extend that over. Okay, and then what I'm going to do next is add in some extra elements into the back. So in the uploaded images, so I have that. So I want this in the background. Okay. Make that a little bit bigger. I think that's what I like. Now I'm going to click position, and I want it all the way in the back. So my image is on top. And then one more thing I like to add is kind of like this star halo. So it makes my profile image stand out a little bit more. I think for that it's star vector, but I don't see it. Oh, right here. Found it. Place it here. And then I'm going to put this in the back behind me, but in front of the X's. So forward one, it's gonna look like that. Yep. And then one more thing I like to add is something that will fill up this blank space. You can totally leave it like this, but I just want to add in our Wolfpack logo right here. I'm going to size it here, and I want this to have an outline as well. So I'm just going to go into edit image, go into shadows, glow, and I want it to be white again. And I want it to be like that. Transparency all the way up a little bit. And there you go. That's how I create my thumbnails. Well, that's it for today's video tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, and if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss any of my uploads, and until next time, I will see you next time. Bye, friends.